Hey, SNA fans. Sorry about that. I had to make a second clip because just my first stream ran its limit, and now it's time for me to make a second clip of the NXT review video on March 26th. Back what I was saying, this is where we got Braun Breaker very good discussing some adjustments before their match against the Alpha Academy. Like, if the Alpha Academy wins, they're gonna be added. But if the Wolf Dogs win, they're gonna gonna be a tag team match. Whoever gonna win the triple threat number one contenders match next week on NXT. But anyway, this is where we got. This is where we got some. We got Braun Breaker then gifted Baron Corbin a tanning spray, like which is said boom, which is it's called the Sun. This is where we got the Good Brothers coming out, and this is where Luke Gallows like, hey, like what, you were doing something here, and then this is where like you were you attending the go to your tanning appointment with this little cheap knockoff of a tanning bed. And this is where Baron Corbin's like, all right, what do you guys want? And this is where Luke Gallows and Carl's like, like that's a good question. What we want, and this is where Carl's like, and this is where Carl Anderson's like, oh yeah, that's what we want, a traditional tag team match with you two guys, like as Stand and Deliver, and not a triple threat match. Like, and if you guys lose the night, like it's Stand and Deliver one, like it's gonna make it a triple threat match, and then two, you're gonna have to get your work done, and then and three, y'all need to get on the same page and what. And he's like, we're like, if y'all cannot do so, we're gonna be pinning the Alpha Academy, and we're gonna be taking y'all's NXT Tag Team titles. It's gonna be too easy and too sweet. And this is where they did the too sweet gesture. This is where Baron Corbin started mocking him like, woohoo, whatever this means. Like, and he's like, and we're gonna do our jobs tonight, like, but y'all better do y'all's jobs next week because what makes you so sure that y'all easily gonna surpass LWO and Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Like, and this is where they walk out, and this is where Baron Corbin's like, see you in Philadelphia, which it could have been, sorry, they were speaking sarcastically. But this is where we got Rich Holland in the ring. This is where he was in a suit, something that you would rarely see the former rugby player and Brawling Brutes member of Sheamus's faction. This is where he said, I got a few things that I need to say and get out of my sleep. I knew this day would come. Like, I never thought it would be sooner than I expected it to be. Like, but so first off, starting like, he's like, I want to thank the Mighty Jones, the guy that brought me in. Like, and I want to thank William Regal, like of seeing something in me, of just to pick me up from me just finishing my rugby career to bring me in the world and gave me a chance in this business. And then I also want to thank Shawn Michaels back there as well, like all the producers and the talent back there for letting me come out here and say like what I need to say. And this where he was nearly he nearly was crying, like when he said what he needed to say onto this promo with Rich Holland did pause for a few seconds, but he went back on the microphone. And this was like, but he said, before I start playing professional rugby, like I can find myself, but if I find myself hesitating, like, or find myself like step off, I'll have some difficult conversations, like, and a little that I have been hesitating as of late. If you haven't noticed, like, I just need to step off for a little while, and I have a good conscience, like if I'm gonna be hurting everybody else around me and even myself, because I do not want to harm nobody ever again. But fans were clapping, were showing some support. I was like, it's about time somebody's been. A crowd been showing support about Rich Holland, and it shouldn't have to go this far just to show it. Well, I mean, for those haters, I should say, but But I'm not sure if most of those are the ones that are hating on him. I'll say half of them was booing him, but I understand what was the point of doing that, like when he's not even a heel. And that's where Rich Holland's like, yeah, this is the segment. Like I've been hearing the whispers around it. Like I've seen the comments that everybody made on social media. And he was like, and also the DMs and all the messages they've been seeing me like, well, you gonna like like and I'm not sure if you understand the effect that I have of the man that I am and the man that's behind Rich Holland. Like it's like and I'm t- like and I'm I'm getting tired of taking some what's that some having what he said I just hate these I hate to take these raw comments against me taking them back home and then I don't want to take things away that I value the most I most value my life and 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 then that's me being the best dad and husband that I could possibly can. Like, and this is where fans were cheering, like, yeah, like, and they were like, I bet you're a good dad and a good husband, excellent dad and a wonderful husband, I guess you said. But and this was like, and I happened to have those two difficult conversations too. Like the first one, like being like the one that like the ones that I love and care and want the best for me, like the second, like and myself, like you're I look 6 feet, 6 inches in the mirror, and you see like what he said something wrestling like he said what did he exactly said put together like with himself like with him 6 inches in the mirror and like root beer and wrestling require like in physical mental resilience, and that's why like and that's the two places that I'll be locked in those departments. Like so in this division, and I'm not done with this promo. This is where fans are like, no, like don't tell me you're quitting. And this is where he announced announced what's the reason why he's out here, and he said, and this is where he's like, I'm officially stepping away from in-ring competition, which most of the fans were very disappointed, and this is where they start clapping in support. They're like, no, like don't tell me that you're quitting wrestling, like, and those haters and marks that criticize and accusing them of being racist as well for accidentally injuring Big E, like which Big E said really struck in a fortunate manner on me. I guess with Big E, and then plus Rich Holman also he said apologize about 1,000 times, which I repeatedly say. But anyways, back to this promo. He said like. I'm not sure when I would be back, but this is for now for the best. But allow me to come back here. I can say one more. I will have one more shot of redemption. But I'm very sorry for not being making a promise that I could do it this time, and I appreciate you all. And you never know what could happen. Like that of the journey of Rich Holland. But just hope for the best, and I hope you guys for the best as well. And I want to say thank you, and y'all have a wonderful night. And this is where he turned off the mic, and this is where fans were chanting thank you, Ridge," while clapping. And it seems like he's officially stepping away from in-ring competition. Let's hope it won't be for long. And do you think this is all part of the script, or do you think this is for real? Like just to step away from the ring and not be having a reputation of being a guy that's known of botching his moves. But if you think it's real, when do you think And do you think if this is real, that he's stepping foot away from the ring, like when do you think he's gonna come back? Not trying to quickly ask and speculate, but just a curious question. Let me know in the comments down below. And hopefully but either way, like whether if he does come back or not, I wish the former Brawling Brutes member well wishes to him, and hopefully it works out for the better for him. But let's hope we won't see him out there for long, and let's hope we can see him finally finding redemption of him in his career, I should say. And yeah, again, let me know in the comments down below if do you think it's going to be sooner, or do you think it's going to be more later, perhaps for a whole year, which hopefully that won't be the case. But I'm not sure if this is legitimate or not. Like, but again, yeah. But again, like I want to hope him for the best. But anyways, let's move on to the next. The next up, we got Lyra Valkyria responding to Roxanne Perez's message, with one of them being like how she became the NXT Women's Championship, like, and then she said like what brought her over to Ireland, like from America, to say that she the reason why like she's here now, and also like what and what drove her to beat her idol, which that was Becky Lynch, and then she did it in the most best way that she could have done, and that was beating her for the NXT Women's Championship, the most prestigious women's championship in all of WWE, of course, by the way. And then this is where a lot of Valkyries like, and then me driving to my compass, being right here, like, and being being known as this NXT Women's Championship every single day. Like, and given the choice between right or wrong, like that's where Roxanne Perez hits the crossroads. Like, and then she thinks she can get away with punching every single person in the locker room, like, and then be angry at the world, like, just because everything's not working out her way. But let's face it, Roxanne, you need to, it's too hard for you, like, and you need to look in the mirror to realize that, and then this is where Lyra Valkyria is like, and yeah, we both know the truth. Perez was beaten for this title, like, and she couldn't climb the, like, but she couldn't. She was the championship last year, but she couldn't successfully retain. She actually did lost the title, and with her saying that she didn't, like, she's nothing but a complete liar. Like, she got defeated in last year's ladder match against Indy Hartwell, which they show on the vignette, with Roxanne in a disappointed look. And then this is where Lyra Valkyria said, like, and Roxanne, I get all your emotion. This title, I deserve so much better than you, Roxanne. And then honestly, Roxanne, like we could have been known as best friends, good friends in NXT, and we idolize our favorites here in the company, and then we train here day by day by day. But like, the only difference is, like, Roxanne, you let this title like break you, like, and then you think you're the chosen one, and and it's your time now, but your time already passed, like, nearly 12 months ago, and then that Stand and Deliver, it's gonna be just you and me, and then you. And I'm gonna do anything to keep this title. And once you lose, you don't have no one else to blame but yourself, Roxanne. And then I'm gonna keep you with all my power to get the hell away from this championship, and that you'll never ever get a shot at this championship, at least as long as I'm this prestigious women's championship, or something like that. Yeah. But who's in your prediction card on this women's championship match? Is it Lyra or is it Roxanne? Please leave your predictions in the comments down below. But you already know who's on my prediction, because I'm still looking forward of a Roxanne Perez main roster debut, which she could thrive with this gimmick. Like, even though it's a heel gimmick, and we at first we were more preferred to be a baby face, but yeah, but who like. But you never know, like what could be beneficial, like with her being in the dark side, even on the main roster, like with her being in matches with the likes of Becky Lynch and even or even Bailey or whoever, like whoever that she was facing, even idolized as a kid, and maybe we could see a returning AJ Lee to be in a program with the Prodigy. Like yeah, like you never know what could happen in the world of professional wrestling or even sports and entertainment. Slide, we got this is where we got Duke Hudson taking on Josh Briggs, which this definitely delivered as well. Like on with two big men like slugging it out the joint Dijak against Obafemi in a three-way match for his NXT North American Championship, with them grappling it out. This is where we got Josh Briggs then put him right into the right side, then in the left, and then threw him face first right to the bottom right side, and then this is where he started spreading out his arms right into the respective corner, and then this is where he started hitting elbow strikes right into the right side of Duke Hudson's face. This is where he's like, "Look at me when I'm talking to you, Dijak," when he started yelling at him. And then this is where it's like, and then where Dijak's like, "Oh, like I'm not phased at all." Like what's so intimidating about this guy? Like he may be impressive, but not intimidating. This where then Josh Briggs then Irish whip Duke Hudson right to the upper left side. This is where he try to go for a big splash, but this is where Duke Hudson was already ready for him to come right at him. This is where he hit a countering Uranagi slam right into the canvas. Like if he do more damages to this guy, this is where then Duke Hudson was start going for a comeback by Irish whip from the left corner side to the right corner side. But this is where Duke Hudson Irish whip him and threw him right to the right. This is where he tried to attempt a clothesline. But this is where Duke Hudson ducks out of the way, goes for the right. This is where he hits the most like unusual move that he would ever do in all of sports entertainment / pro wrestling, and that was a sliding Hurricane Rana, which the last time I checked, like I don't remember seeing Duke Hudson hitting a Hurricane Rana. I was like, this is the first time I've seen him do this, like, or even let alone being what's that called? What's that? Being athletic whatsoever. And this is where he hits a double hands to the throat to Josh Briggs. This is where he hits a sidewalk slam. This is where he tried to go for a pin. This is where we got the referee try to count the one, count the two, but this is where Josh Briggs got the right shoulder up at 2.5. This is where he rolls out of the ring, tried to take a breather, but this is where Duke Hudson then followed him after the ring, and then he hit him face first right onto the apron. This is where the referee's like, get inside by the count of 10. This is where he starting this count like 1 and 2. Before he went for 3, this is where we got Duke Hudson then trying to go for a spear right on shoulder ram right into the midsection of Josh Briggs, which Josh Briggs was thinking the same thing, hit each other right into the shoulder, but I believe his shoulder hit him more harder than his, and this is where he grabbed him got him hanging on his head around the ropes, in the middle ropes, and to the outside, like facing towards the apron, even though he was like about 5 feet upwards than the apron. But this is where Duke Hudson then jumped right off the apron with the rope, springboarding and hitting a German suplex in the process. And then this is where Duke Hudson was back on his feet, and this is where not this time, not ever. This is where we got Duke Hudson trying to pick him up in the guillotine position, trying to throw him back in the ring. But this is where Josh Briggs pushes Duke Hudson back first right into Simba of the Steel Steps, hitting him hard, trying to cause some damages to his spine and his and other places that's on his back, so he can take advantage of to beat Chase U, the MVP of Chase U, I should say. But this is where we got Josh Briggs, got him in a headlock, I believe. But this is where Duke Hudson start elbowing him. This is where he run right to the left corner side, but he gets instantly intercepted right back by Josh Briggs. Hit a slamming sidewalk slam. This is where he tried to go for along with a big splash, but Duke Hudson kicks out at 2.8. But this is where he started continuing to hit more damages onto the MVP Chase University, and this is where he hit the face first right to the upper right corner turnbuckle. This is where he got him right on the top rope. This is where he tried to go for a suplex, but Duke Hudson started hitting forearm right into the face of Josh Briggs. This is where he boot him right to boot the ropes that made him trip over and landed on his family jewels. And I was thinking to myself, like, let's hope that he's not planning on having a family anytime soon. Like, if he has a wife or whatever, like, whoever is, this is where he's trying to go for a big clothesline. Elbows him right into the right into the middle of the ring. This is where he tried to go for like a running elbow attack, but this is where he moves out of the way. Smart move from the member of Duke. Not Duke. What's his name? Chase University. This is where he started hitting forearms right into the face of Josh Briggs. This is where he's back hitting comeback move, hitting clotheslines, and then this is where he ducks out of Josh Briggs' clothesline when he tried to go after him. This is where he hits a big boot right to his face. This is where Duke Hudson was trying to readjust his back and trying to fix it from Josh Briggs damaging it earlier right into the Simba steel steps. Which that looked very brutal and very horrible, in general, and also in what's his name, Duke Hudson's case. This is where and Duke Hudson then managed to get back up and got back on his feet. And this is where he started hitting the Dusty-inspired Chase U version of the bionic punches along with the elbow strike. He started going boom, boom, boom. And this is where he started doing like, boom, 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 like Chase U. And then he elbows Josh Briggs right into the head. And then a running senton afterwards. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but this one got a 2.8 count. This is where Duke Hudson was like, for real? Like, what the hell? Like, and then this is where Josh Briggs then Irish whip him right to the upper right corner side. This is where he tried to go for a clothesline, but he gets kicked right into the ribs. This is where Josh Briggs hits try to go for a big clothesline from hell, but he gets intercepted with a big boss man slam by Hudson. And then this is where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where Josh Briggs kicks out at the last second of 2.9999999. Everybody in the building, including Vic Joseph and Booker T, thought this was going to be it, but Josh Briggs managed to get the shoulder up at the final finishing powerbomb maneuver, but his back was keep giving out. Like every time he tried to lift up Briggs, and it doesn't make it no better that Briggs is a big dude, so he was having difficulties either way. But this is where Josh Briggs kicks him in the gut, and then this is where he turns him around. This is where hits him with a spinning, hit him with his spine buster, I guess you could call it, spine buster back suplex, I guess you could say. And then this is where Josh Briggs was like, yeah, next I'm coming after you. I'm done with Duke. And then this is where Dijak's like, I'm like, oh, of course, yeah, I am so intimidated right now. Well, not exactly now, but but you know what I mean. But you shouldn't be worried about me. You should continue worrying about Duke, because that's the only way that you're going to be getting an opportunity for Obafemi's championship. This is where you're trying to go for. This is where you're trying to go for a moonsault. But this is where Duke Hudson he waited a bit too long to do the moonsault, because Duke Hudson was already back up. This is where he got him off from the top rope and powerbomb him down into a buckle bomb position. This is where we got Duke Hudson hit a big clothesline right onto the Josh Briggs. I swim to the upper right side. This is where he tried to run up and try to go for an attack, but he gets hit with a clothesline from hell by the former NXT UK Tag Team Champion. This is where he tried to go for it again, which that wasn't guaranteed. And then this the third time the charm guaranteed, when he ran right to the right corner side and then nearly wiping out Duke Hudson's head off, and with a clothesline from hell with such a very brutalizing impact force that he hit extra right onto the head of Duke, and he got the 1, 2, 3. And your winner of this match, Josh Briggs, and he will be joining Dijak and Dijak and Obafemi in the triple threat match for the North American Championship. And something just tells me we could see a double turn where Dijak could turn babyface while Josh Briggs turn heel, because he's been showing that for the past couple of weeks, like whether if he was facing Trick Williams or even facing his own best friend, what's his name? Josh Brooks Jensen, and even now Duke Hudson. Like only time will tell whenever he's going to be joining the dark side. If but she could be anytime after Stand and Deliver, like when he could have that big moment of attacking his foes, which gives Dijak the face turn, and we could see this huge double turn, like with them switching the roles, like with Dijak being the face, and then what's his name is the heel. What's his name? Josh Briggs. That's who. But anyway, yeah, this is where he made such a statement after beating Duke Hudson, even though it was a very tough task, but it was all worth it at the end because he's going to get a shot at the North American. This is where Dijak then nearly got back in the ring. I mean, nearly got not back. I mean, back in the ring, but got in the ring with this is where he nearly got in the ring with Booker T's like, oh man, like here we go. And this is where he nearly invited the homeless man and the Hurricane to join and watch, because just to get a little sneak peek and a little preview of the upcoming Triple Threat North American Championship match between these two and Obafemi. But speaking of the North American champion, this is where he came out, and this is where he interrupted their near altercation. But this is where Obafemi was right onto the little platform stage, right into the lower right. And this is where he's like, and this is where he started laughing, like, Josh Dijak, like, you make me laugh. Like at Stand and Deliver, like the Jets are, let's not forget, like when y'all going to be climbing this mountain trying to retrieve this away from me, and tell you what, but tell you what, like, you boys, I am that mountain, and I will be avalanching you off of me. And this is where fans are like, whoo, like they usually do when they hear what the Obafemi speak. And then this is where Obafemi's like, in that April 6th, like you're gonna find out, like that nobody's not gonna be reaching up to that top of the mountain, like me. And he's like, and what he said, and he's like, and what did in that April 6th, both of you gonna find out, like nobody's not gonna have no courage of summits of dare to take away my championship, and but and me and the rest of these good people are gonna be paying good money, to see you, to see you try, and you're only just to stumble and fail, y'all's chances are y'all. What he said, he's like, which you are not. That's what he said. Like, which you are not going to be successful. And then this is where we saw a vignette of Carmelo Hayes, like, facing what's his name, Tony D'Angelo, which Tony D'Angelo beating him, like, all thanks to a trick from what's his name, from Tony D'Angelo, pretending that Trick Williams is coming out there to distract and try to go and come after him, but not until after he beat him, and that's when Trick Williams started beat. This is where Trick Williams kind of got a little bit of a preview of revenge onto his former best friend, and this is where Carmelo Hayes was. And this is where CM Punk spoke in about this matter. He's like there's somebody. This is where he said, like, there's somebody like your brother to you that stabbed you right in the back, and somebody that's part of yourself. And then Johnny Gargano joined along with him and speak about their opinion to this storyline, saying, like, yeah, like I'm not sure if you ever get you ever get a guy like Trick ever again, like, or what he said, like, I'm not sure if you can even, like, I'm not sure if you can even get to try to make things go back like it was, like, after this betrayal. And then this is where and this and this is where Randy Orton even and also got added in. He said, like, yeah, that stand and deliver, this is gonna be one hell of a match to start off WrestleMania. And then Tommaso Ciampa then spoke in, saying, like, this this match could possibly be the most greatest match of NXT history, and in Stand and Deliver altogether. And then Cody Rhodes got in and said, like, this match is going to be extremely one spectacular match that no one's not going to forget that ever witnessed a match in NXT Stand and Deliver history. But this is where they hype things up on this vignette of saying Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes, with them announcing that there will be going face to face with each other on the Go Home edition of NXT next week, like when Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams will step face to face and have whatever they need to say, whether if it's trash talk or promising something that one of them is going to be keeping, while the other one's going to be known as a liar, because whoever doesn't win, and they said they're going to win, they're going to have a reputation as a liar in the wrestling community. But whoever be on a word and win the match, they're going to be known as a very honest and truthful person that will tell the truth. No matter what the results are, to be known as the guy that usually be a man of their word and tell the truth. At least most of the time when they said what they're gonna do, that they said they're gonna do. What they said they're gonna do. Let me rephrase that, but let me know in the comments below what's going to go down on this face-to-face off segment, 5 days before the biggest, 4 days before the biggest NXT event of the year. Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, let's move on to the next slide. We got this is where we got before we do have the Wolf Dogs against what's their names, the Alpha Academy. This is where we got the Metaphor start messing things up in the what's that called, the production truck. And I was like, what is up with these guys? And even my mom was like, what's going on? What's all the commotions, and what are being their usual goofy selves, like that always get themselves into these sticky situations, if they plan on doing, whether if it's the plan or not, they always getting themselves into these sticky shenanigans, if you know what I mean. But let's move on to the final match of the night, and perhaps the number one match of the night, and that is Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin taking on Alpha Academy's Otis and Akira Tozawa, which NXT did indeed. They indeed successfully book it successfully, correct? They successfully booked this match in the right spot to have the best match of the night, which is the main event. What to have the best match of the night is on the best spot of the card in wrestling. But this is where we got funny. But before we do have the match, this is where we got what's her name, Ariana Grace, trying to find a dress for Georgina. I mean Gigi Dolan. And yes, I was tongue tied on saying calling Gigi Dolan Georgina. Which I'm not sure. Even if that's if Gigi is short for Georgina, I don't think that Gigi Dolan would love to be preferred as Georgina. She would rather be preferred as Gigi or Gigi Dolan or full wrestling name Gigi Dolan. But what are your thoughts onto this angle with what's her name? Teach Gigi Dolan as a as a proper lady? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this is gonna work? And do you think they're gonna be like between either a heel or a face? Like, do you think this duo is gonna be like a babyface duo or a heel one? Let me know in the comments below if this alliance successfully if this succeeds to come through between Gigi and Ariana. Like, do you think they're gonna be more of a like arrogant heel side or some kind of a entertaining goofy babyface side, or it could be a goofy heel side, but it depends on what do you think would be. It depends on WWE's decision on what their direction is to be more appropriate to more will be more appropriate to make them as like if this duo is somewhat of a success as a success as success whether if it's something serious into this duo or something that's goofy that's in a very entertaining way that want the fans that make the fans want more of it, I should say. Yeah. But let me know in the comments below about this matter. But let's move on to the next match. This is where we got Luca Crucifino then invite Ilya Dragunov to dinner, like for with Tony D'Angelo, which Ilya Dragunov's like, okay, well, I don't know what was that all about. Like with Tony D'Angelo finally wanting to invite me into a dinner party. And what are your thoughts onto this segment of Tony D'Angelo inviting Ilya Dragunov onto this mystery dinner that he's gonna have that he's inviting the Mad Dragon to? Let me know in the comments below. Where do you think this place is gonna be taking place at? Please let me know all about that as well. But anyways, let's move on to we start off with Otis and Baron Corbin, with Otis getting the early start with him Irish whip right to the upper left side, him in Tozawa's corner, with him splashing right onto him, and then with Akira Tozawa hitting a step up Instigiri. This is where he tags in at Tozawa. This is where Irish whip. I mean, this is not Irish whip himself right into the right corner side, run right through the ropes. This is where he hits a pop-up Hurricane Rana, swinging him right to the top corner. This is where he tried to go for that Shining Wizard knee strike right into the face to get the win early. But this is where Baron Corbin moved out of the way, which was very genius of the Lone Wolf to move out of the way. But he gets instantly drop kicked by the power of Tozawa. This is where then he gets military press slammed right onto the Wolf Dogs, right onto the left corner side of the ringside area by his teammate Otis. This is where Otis got everybody together, like Maxine Dupree and himself and Tozawa, to get ready to do the pose that Chad Gable taught him to do, which is the thank you gesture that they always do, which they did like inside the ring while Maxine Dupree was in the ringside doing it like herself, with Maxine Dupree cheering on her male counterparts of trying to get this win against the Wolf Dogs. This is where Baron Corbin then tagged in Braun Breaker, which it was Otis and them going at it until they tagged in their respective partners. This is where then it was Akira Tozawa and Baron Corbin was going at it until Akira Tozawa tried to go for a signature move with that spinning Instigiri kick that looks similar to Kofi's Trouble in Paradise. But this is where Baron Corbin then hit my signature move, which he's, even for him using this move, he still cannot get a win. Like, and I was very disappointed. I was like, it's already bad enough that Shawn Spears couldn't successfully hit the move tonight earlier, even though Dijak was the right guy to win the match. But I would have at least appreciated him to successfully hit the move. But I guess I partially appreciate Corbin for hitting this move, and I want to show my appreciations to the Lone Wolf on him recognizing how dominating the Assassin Valley Driver is. And then this is where we got Baron Corbin start doing some stomps right onto the midsection of Akira Tozawa, then start going for a Cobra clutch lock right onto right onto the power of Tozawa. This is where he tags in Braun Breaker. This is where he got him in a headlock, but this is where Akira Tozawa pushes him, dipping him right onto the left side ropes and pushing him towards the right. This is where he tried to close on him, but Braun Breaker ducks, and then he dodges him to try to close on him the second time. But this is where he hits a huge close on of his own. Like, boom, showing him how red hot he is. He's like nobody's not going to be getting an opportunity for our tag team championship. This is where Braun Breaker was then walking around like in a circle with Akira Tozawa in the middle. This is where he tags back in Corbin. This is where Corbin did. This is where they double Irish. This is where they double Irish whip Tozawa. This is where Braun Breaker pops him up in the air. This is where Baron Corbin picks him back up and hit him with a big power slam right into the ground. Assistant power slam, let me rephrase that. This is where he tried to go for a pin, but this is where Akira Tozawa kicked out at 2.7. This is where Baron Corbin started arguing with the referee. He was like, come on, man. Like that was clearly a 3, which he never learns. Never argue with the referee ever since 5 years ago, like when he lost to Seth Rollins in that Universal Championship match. But this is where he picks up Akira Tozawa. This is where then he started kneeing him right to the gut. And then this is where Akira Tozawa's like, wait, give me a moment, like timeout. This is where Baron Corbin reminded him there's no timeouts in pro wrestling, and then starts stomping on him right onto his chest and his ribs. And this is where one half of the crowd's chanting for Corbin, while the other